Modi ran a very presidential-style campaign. Opinion polls consistently showed that even during all the economic ups and downs of his government, he retained a sizable lead, a double-digit lead in head-to-head opinion ratings against key challengers such as Rahul Gandhi, the leader of the Congress. Having said that, I think there are some reasons that we should be cautious about interpreting this mandate as purely what's often dubbed in the Indian press a Modi wave. And so there are a couple of reasons for that. And I think that the biggest one is that it overlooks the key advantages that Modi's party, the Hindu Nationalist Bharatiya Janata Party or BJP, enjoys over its rivals. So in attributing everything to Modi, I think we are underplaying a lot of what the BJP brings to bear in its favour. But what we see is that the BJP has really opened up a major money advantage over its rivals. So a report by the ADR, the Association for Democratic Reforms, found that the BJP's donation income in 2017-18 more than doubled that of the 6 next biggest parties in India combined. A different tactic that was used was if we look at electoral bonds, which is the new instrument for campaign finance that the BJP itself introduced last year in 2017. When we look at who is benefiting from these electoral bonds, which is basically a tool through which donors can make anonymous and unlimited donations to political parties, what we see is that the BJP actually captured 95% of electoral bonds in the fiscal year 2017-18. So that's a tremendous advantage. And of course, money matters in many, many ways. So money obviously allows the party to pay its workers more. So this is especially important in areas the party is trying to break into. If you take the state of West Bengal and Eastern India, that the party made major breakthroughs in this election. Ground reports suggested that the BJP was being able to pay its workers 3 times what its rival parties in the region were being able to pay. And so obviously that's significant in being able to kind of poach workers away. And that's added on to the party's existing advantages as the electoral arm of the Hindu nationalist movement, a movement which has a number of different wings, everything ranging from student wings, farmer wings, to social service wings, youth wings, women's wings, which were created through the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh or RSS, really to spread in a very methodical manner the Hindutva ideology that governs the BJP. But in addition to this ideological campaign, it helps at election time as well, because the BJP can draw on these grassroots volunteers who are socially embedded within communities, who've been working there for many years, have often commanded a great deal of respect. And so they're kind of this mobilizational team in addition to what the party has. And that provides a real advantage to other parties that don't have this larger social movement apparatus to help them. And so this has again long been a strategy that the BJP has used. Evidence of it in 2019, I think it was even more explicit in the 2019 campaign than the 2014 campaign that was more focused on kind of a development narrative. And what you see, this is exemplified by the party fielding candidate Pragya Thakur, Sadhvi, as she's known, Sadhvi Pragya Thakur, who currently stands accused in a terrorism case involving a bombing that targeted Indian Muslims, and has made several incendiary statements on the campaign trail, several polarizing and communal statements. The party president, Amit Shah, the second most important man in the party behind Modi, has openly stated on Twitter that the party, if elected, would impose a citizenship law in India that was communal in nature, that favored certain religious communities, particularly Hindus, Sikhs and Buddhists, and not others, notably Muslims. And we don't know the degree to which these polarization tactics paid off, but there is some initial evidence that suggests it may have played a role, especially in states like Assam, in eastern India, that are where these issues have great salience. I think the Congress, in particular, bears some responsibility for the BJP's success. The party was extremely disorganized in its campaign. It released a manifesto its main manifesto just 2 weeks before the election, with the result that several key campaign promises, so the party, for example, was going to roll out or promised to roll out if elected, a kind of modified, not quite universal basic income, but a basic income for many, many Indians. That was more generous than the equivalent program that the BJP had. The program was called Nyai. Most surveys have found that the beneficiaries of Nyai had not heard about it. The only people who had actually heard about Nyai were the wealthier Indians who would be forced to pay for it. And this has entirely to do with how late the program was rolled out. The BJP's victory was really a victory over Congress. When we narrow down and look at the constituencies in which the BJP's primary rival was the Congress, the party won astonishing 92% of the time. And that's calculated by Nilanjan Sarkar, a political scientist at Ashoka University in Delhi. And Nilanjan finds that when the BJP went up against a non-Congress rival, so mostly smaller regional parties, it only won about 52% of the time. So as much as we're looking at kind of the reasons for the BJP's victory, I think we should also be paying some attention and understanding the reasons for the Congress's defeat.